and welcome back to another one of my Plan With Me videos. I'm just really enjoying sharing these right now, so I'm going to continue to do so while it's enjoyable, right? So this is the look at last week's spread. I used a Stick With Me shop kit. Really love the colors of that. It was fun to play with the washi, albeit a little bit frustrating at times. I had fun. This week I experimented with using one of these snap-in dashboards where you can use the wet erase markers. And I made sure it was fully dry before I put it in my planner, and it still transferred, the ink transferred. So I won't be using that inside my planner again. It's something I would clip on the outside, if anything. But I just use it to kind of help me with brainstorming some notes and things. I don't know. We'll see. I was just playing with it. I like the idea of it, but getting into it is a little bit difficult. I think it's a habit you have to make for yourself. So this week, the kit I'm using is another Hello Petite Paper kit. This is their Peppermint kit, and I had bought this before the holidays thinking it might be a holiday kit, but also thinking it was very just general wintry, and I knew I wanted some kits to use after the holidays that were still kind of winter themed, because it's definitely still winter here. So I really love the colors of this. I just think it's kind of a nice classic winter kit. The pens I'm going to be using today is mainly the Pen Permanent. I use this on glossy stickers, and then the Rush on Petite I use when I'm writing on matte stickers or directly on the planner paper. This pen doesn't bleed through. The Pen Permanent definitely does. So I'm just speeding up my footage now to go through the kit with you. To go through the week with you. How I do these videos is I actually plan daily, every night, kind of right before I start getting ready for bed. I'll sit down at my desk and plan out for the next day. So what you're seeing here is a collection of clips from the entire week. So I generally plan Sunday through Friday nights. Sometimes I have to plan a little in advance if I know I'm going to be busy the next night or something, but generally that's what I do, and what you see here is a combination of those clips all cut together. So you might notice my sleeves change. A lot of the time I'm wearing my favorite cardigan, so sometimes they don't change. Yeah, what I like to do is lay down kind of the basic part of Monday before I do my sidebar, just so I can get a sense of the stickers and the colors and kind of the theme I'm going for. And then what I do with my sidebar is I mainly dedicate it to general to-do lists, but if I have a room, I will use some more decorative stickers. Usually if I have room, I'll put down one of the decorative full boxes with text in it, because most weekly kits come with one box with text in it. It seems like that's the thing. I do like to fill in a little bit of deco at my top margin. There I also have a pretty sheepy Mickey Mouse countdown for our Disney World trip, which is coming up so soon. You guys, I cannot contain my excitement. And then I also pop some deco into the Thankful Thought box, which I do go back and fill in at the end of the week on Sunday night when I go back in to put in the pictures on my weekend, which I'll talk about later in the video. But here you can see how I'm laying down Monday is how I lay down basically all the days of my week, and this is the method that I've stuck to for the past few months, and I've just really enjoyed it. Like I said, the sidebar I dedicate to to-do lists. I usually do one kind of general to-do list for kind of like home personal things, and then one content to-do list, which sometimes I break up into posts for this week, posts for next week, and sometimes it's just posts I need to tackle this week, even if they're not to be posted this week. How I do the daily days, that makes sense. The daily days, yes. How I handle the days is the top box, I'll lay down a full decorative box in that I layer on label stickers on top of, usually quarter or half box stickers, and that is what I'll dedicate kind of my content to do's for the day. And usually I just write down one thing, and all the little tasks that go into it are just implied. The middle box I'll generally use checklist for home and personal to-dos, and the bottom I usually allocate space for things like appointments or special occasions or things that I really want just to stand out, and then I usually do a little bit of menu planning at the bottom there. So yeah, I do that every day basically for the weekdays, and then I will walk you through how I do the weekends. It's a little bit different. Sometimes when I'm laying down, Sometimes I forget to check off what I checked off the previous day. I love checking things off in my planner. I'm one of those people, like, that brings me some deep satisfaction just to, like, check something off my list. I think most list makers like checking things off in general. I feel like that's a general characteristic of a list maker, but maybe that's just me. I feel like I'm not alone in that. But sometimes I forget to check things off if I just don't have a chance during the day. And then when I'm planning for the next day, I'm like, oh, I forgot to check things off. How exciting. I can check things off now. And then sometimes I will go back and add in if I worked on something else that day. I don't know. I don't usually back plan, but sometimes, like that on that particular Monday, I was planning on Monday night, and Monday had already passed, but I went in and added that I uploaded, I worked on some other content that day, and I just wrote that down. I don't know why. I just felt like it. Usually if I'm going back in my planner, I just fill in with memory keeping sorts of planning things. Not really traditional planning, but every once in a while I do that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just whenever the mood strikes, I guess. A word about the Hello Petite Paper sticker paper. It's glossy. It's not incredibly sticky. A lot of glossy stickers from other shops that I've used, Firefly Paper Shop, Glam Paper, those sticker shops in particular that I've used recently come to mind because their glossy paper is so super sticky that once you put it down, you cannot pick it up. Her paper, the Hello Petite paper, that's redundant, seems to be a little bit more repositionable, but I do find it also doesn't stick down to the page as well. The stickers are beautiful and vibrant, and it's great quality printing. So I'm very pleased with the printing and the quality of the paper. I just feel like some of the stickers kind of stuck up a little bit, and I don't know if that was because I was repositioning them a little bit. I honestly can't remember which ones I pulled up and which ones are now the ones that are a little bit less sticky. I'm sure it correlates, but just a note about that. They are a little bit easier to reposition, but you have to really stick them down with force. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Wednesday was Don's birthday. My husband Don, his birthday is just a few days after mine. He's also 34. We were born in the same year. And fun fact, we met in high school. Didn't start dating until we were in college in different states. But we knew each other from high school, and we became close. Kind of the summer after freshman year of college when everybody was home from school, and we were all hanging out, and our two groups of friends became one, and we became really, really close, and the rest is history. It's like 14 years later, here we are. We dated for 3 years, and then we've been married for 11 and change. So yeah, that was a little fun relationship anecdote for you. I'm sure many of you who follow me on Pretty Neat Living kind of already know that because we've shared a lot about our relationship over the years. But back to the planning stuff. I do like to add in some kind of fun icon stickers, character icons and icon stickers. These little munchkins are from Once More with Love. Love her munchkins. I recently got in a new order from her, and I think I'm going to put up a haul for you guys probably between this video and my next Plan With Me, because I have some things to share. So it'll be just a fun little extra video. And then also I like using character icons from Stick With Me shop. I don't think you can see one in the spread right now. Oh, that little clock right under where I'm holding up the sticker paper with the panda sticking out, that is from Stick With Me shop. And then I also that coffee sticker on that same Monday bottom box. And then I also really like the Planning Roses kind of more functional icons with her blogging little iMac computer things. I use those a lot, and some of her crockpot stickers and things like that. Those are kind of my favorite little stickers they're decorative but functional. You know what I mean? But yeah, big fan of all of those shops. And here I am just filling in Friday. You can see again, top boxes for to-dos, for content stuff, middle boxes for to-dos, and then bottom boxes for appointments or things I need to kind of remember. Friday night, I will go ahead and plan out for the weekend, and how I approach my weekends is I usually do a content to-do list on the top box of Saturday and a general to-do list, like a home personal to-do list, on the bottom box of Sunday. And that is just for the entire weekend. It's not meant to, like, on Saturday do content, on Sunday do home stuff. No, it's just like kind of general for the whole weekend. I kind of clump the weekend together in that sense. But on this particular weekend, I knew we had a lot going on in our social calendar, so I wanted to leave more room for the more pictures, because on Sunday we were actually driving down to Indiana to a friend's child's first birthday party, and I knew I wanted to leave a little extra room for pictures, so I just made a general to-do list on the top box of Saturday for that week. So what I usually do with my weekends, in addition to those to-do lists, is I leave the middle part open for plans, appointments, whatever, things like that. And then the bottom box of Saturday and the top box of Sunday, I leave blank for pictures. I use a Polaroid zip printer. It's a mobile printing device. If you use their app, which, we can all talk about how annoying their new app is, but you just got to go with it. I mean, it's kind of the only option. I've tried printing through other things and it just doesn't work out. If you go into their program and you go into their editing, you can do, they have like a collage option. If you put two photos into a collage, a double collage, and you cut them right down the middle, they just about perfectly fit the Erin Condren boxes. They perfectly fit widthwise. They're slightly taller in terms of height, but I like to include those photos in my weekend, in my planner, just as a little bit of memory keeping in my planner. I love memory keeping. I don't always have time to keep up with it. I'm trying to keep up with Project Life. I'm so super behind on last year that it's really like just totally stopping me in my tracks, to like even just having a lot of trouble kind of getting myself motivated to pick back up with that. But I really would like to. But in the interim, at least I have this to fall back on, and I do keep a daily kind of home life, really quick, almost like a 5-minute journal, which I pop in a little Polaroid zip picture in every day as well, just in case I never get to the Project Life, but also in the case that I am behind on the Project Life, as I am now, I can go back and look at my journal and have everything kind of, I can remember what happened and the things I wanted to remember on any certain day. But you can see that those two pictures are what I usually do, but on special weekends or when I want to add in another picture, I'll nix one or two of the to-do lists and I'll put in some more pictures. Here I used the 4 section collage option in the Polaroid Zip app to print out a picture of 3 of our friends from high school. We have 2 couples from high schools that we've been friends with since high school. I'm having trouble saying this, and all of our kids are within a year of each other in terms of age. So we got the picture of the 3 kids together, which was special because none of us live in the same place anymore. We all used to live kind of in the Chicago area, and everybody's sort of fanned out. So it's nice when we get together. But that went by fast. That's everything. I'm just showing you what I use. I actually use quite a bit of the stickers in this kit. A lot of the deco, a lot of the labels. I don't ever really use the functional icons. A lot of the headers, used all of the full boxes, or all of the check boxes, most of the full boxes, and quite a bit of the washi. So really great kit. It's really full looking kit, but I like how soft the colors are, even with the red. I love the double washi, and I absolutely, of course, love the way that the top deco looks with the my little Mickey countdown. Here I'm just showing you where the stickers are kind of sticking up. I wasn't that fond of how they didn't stick as well, but you get what you get. Weekends, of course, always my favorite part of my Playing With Me spread, my planner spread, I mean, from the week. And I'm already waving, and I'm out of breath because I've just like really talked fast through that. Anyway, here's a close-up pan of the week. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love sharing these with you. It's so much fun for me, and thank you for watching. I hope you're all well and happy planning. Take care, you guys.